Hey guys, Evilzombie here. Welcome to Evilzombies Lair, episode 25. 25 episodes of the podcast, not doing bad. We are a quarter of the way to, 100. This is a lot farther than I thought it would be. But yeah, basically starting off, guys, today we're going to go over several things. We're going to go over some personal stuff, going to go over some multimedia news, movies, TV, that kind of stuff. Going to talk about the anime recommendation of the week. Going to go over some tech news that I thought was interesting, at least very educational. And then we're going to go over the main topic. So, today's main topic is going to be all about Linux. If you're a Linux fan, you're going to love it. If you don't know what Linux is, now you'll learn. And if you're a Mac person, I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, moving on, guys. Moving into the topics. So, starting out, personal updates. What I've been up to recently. I was recently on a all protein shake diet where I only had just protein shakes for all my meals. I didn't have any food, and I went through complete hell. Like the first 3 days, all I could think about was food because I was just so freaking hungry. After day 4 or 5, or after day 4, I was fine, but I lost about 6 pounds on it. I'm putting that video up on Monday, actually, so you're going to see the whole video. I recorded all throughout the whole thing, and then I put it all together, did a whole video on it, so that I don't forget or just get too busy to do update videos. I just did all of them at once, and then I made a whole compilation video. So that's going up on Monday. I lost about 6 pounds during it, and, of course you don't keep it off, because when you start eating again, your body has food in it. But when I gained back that weight, my body stayed that lean. It stayed a little bit leaner. So I could see a little bit more definition and everything. And that was cool. That's a good desired result. And hopefully that helps kickstart my body again into trying to diet. Or when I'm not trying to diet, trying to burn fat. Now I'm increasing my sleep by about 1 hour more a day. So that's going to help out hopefully a little bit, increasing the sleep every day a little by 1 hour. I'm going to do all my recording on the weekend. Other than the podcast, which I'm going to record either on Fridays or Thursdays. Depends on how much time I really have that week. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I'm going to try my hardest to increase the sleep a little bit, because that's the big downfall I have for losing weight. Because it's a pyramid, you basically have the 3 categories or you don't lose weight. It's just how it is. You don't get in shape. You have to be exercising, you have to be eating right, and you have to be sleeping. I don't sleep. I eat pretty freaking well. I mean, I just do a perfect match on my calorie counter. I'm getting about 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day, even though my body says I need like 2,800 to 3,000. So I'm definitely in a calorie deficit by a lot. But I feel so freaking full. I'm so full. I'm trying not to eat at night either. I'm just full from it. Drinking a gallon of water a day. Okay, moving on from that, guys. You don't care about that. If you're listening to this on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, as they like to be called now, then you can also check this. You can look in the description below if you want to see some of the older episodes. I have a Google Drive link below if you want to see it, or if you want to listen to it, or if you're watching on YouTube, or if you want to watch on YouTube, I have all the episodes on there. youtube.com/Evilzombie. I also do gaming videos, fitness videos, things like that, reviews, tutorials on how to do stuff, like how to make popcorn, which is somehow my most popular video even though it's the only time I've ever done a video related to popcorn ever. People like popcorn. Okay, guys, moving on. Enough of that stuff. Multimedia news is our first subtopic. So, Dragon Ball Super. You know I love Dragon Ball. You know I love DBZ. You know I like GT, and I like Super. I love Super. But in 1 or 2 weeks, I think it's in 2 weeks, Dragon Ball Super is going to be ending because of a scheduling slot that needs to open up for another popular show during that time. So, they're making a Dragon Ball Super movie in December. Kind of as a final hurrah, I think. Some people, there's confusion on if it's actually ending or not, but either way, they're making the movie, and it has a lot of the animators from One Piece. It has apparently it has very fluid looking animation. I mean, it looks really good. So the artwork looks pretty nice. It looks like it's gonna have very fluid, well done, like hand run animation. That's what it looks like for me, and I'm really excited to see that because I like when they do Dragon Ball movies. I mean, I can't get enough of it. I watch them all the time. I love DBZ. It's a big thing. Okay, guys, next part. This is important. PetMonster. I talked about this last week also, but PetMonster got his channel taken away. And he's the one behind the Create Not Hate movement. Now, that's basically an anti-bullying movement, anti-cyberbullying, and he's been doing this for a couple years. And fantastic guy. All he wants to do is help people and encourage people to make fun, good content on YouTube without hate, without bashing people, without criticizing people. He just wants to encourage that hashtag Create Not Hate lifestyle. And I completely support that. Just because maybe some imagery or if he cusses or things like that, his channel got taken away. Well, also because of using the hashtag. YouTube now recognizes it, like just the algorithm, I guess, recognizes it as advertising stuff. So, no, everybody that is part of Create Not Hate uses the hashtag Create Not Hate. And because of this, basically, they banned his channel. They kicked him out. So they took away his channel, and there's a petition that I'll have in the description below for you to check out. Sign it. See if we can get his channel back. Because we're all trying, and everyone's trying hard. Because we like his stuff. He's a cool guy. Okay, guys. Anime recommendation of the week. School Rumble. I love this anime. I read the entire manga series first, and then I read School Rumble Z, where issue 10 of School Rumble Z is the true final conclusion to the entire series because it's written by the original author. Now, if it wasn't written by the original author, then of course it would not be canon and all that, but I believe it is. The rest of Z is a series of side stories, but the last one is just pure at home with the real series, just like based on their reunion 10 years later. And it shows the complete conclusion to who they end up with, what are they doing in life. So read the entire manga series, because the anime, it pretty faithfully follows the first, 11 volumes or something, and then it's just done. So it doesn't actually complete. There's 3 seasons of the anime. But I started watching the anime, fell in love with it, found where it ended in the manga, then I continued watching it. Or then I continued reading it from there. Because there's just so much more. And then I just fell in love with that series. I think you'll like it. And if you want to see what other series I have watched, go to myanimelist.net/profile/Evilzombie123. Okay, guys, tech news, moving on. This part's not really tech news, but it's important to state anyways. I didn't know where else to say it. Stephen Hawking died this week. So, let's just give him a quick moment of silence because he was a great person and he did a lot for everyone. Okay. But yeah, Stephen Hawking died. The world is sad. One of the greatest minds in the world is now gone. And, well, hopefully now he can move around a bit more up there. I don't know. No, he's not a believer. I don't think he is. Okay, but not getting into that. Google is now working with Sharp for a new VR display. That's supposed to be OLED, and it's supposed to be 20 megapixels per eye. They want to do like 4K and 4K in each eye. They want to have a really crisp resolution because their goal is to try and get it to be as accurate in resolution as the human eye, which I think is ridiculous. I don't think they can get it that good, of course, because the eye is amazing. Sorry, I feel like my sinuses are all messed up today. Sorry if I have weird sounds, because my sinuses are messed up because of all the wind happening recently. So I can't talk easily. There's just mucus everywhere, and I'm really sorry about that, guys. But there's not much I can do. I've tried everything. I have a cough drop in my mouth right now. But yeah, that new screen is supposed to be ready in 3 years. So it's supposed to be ready in 2021. I'm excited about that because that just means we'll have OLED displays in VR headsets, and it'll be 20 megapixels per eye. It'll just look a lot better. So you don't have the pixelated look because it's the screen that's right by your face. The clearer it looks, the better the graphics are going to be, and hopefully I'll have money by that time, so be able to get one. Who knows? Maybe. Someday. Hoping. Moving on to the main topic, guys. Main topic. Basically, Linux. Should you switch over to Linux? And what distros are available to you? And basically, what are they? Because if you're using Mac, I'm sorry. If you're using Windows, everything works on Windows, but Windows doesn't work on Windows. Everything else works on Windows, just not Windows. If you use Windows, you understand, especially Windows 10, because of every freaking update that they put out. Now, I'm an IT guy, so I'm a little sore about this, because I work on about 500 computers across 4 campuses at a school. And, yeah, once one update gets pushed out in a network, it automatically pushes it out to everything else. It takes it out of the domain. It's so frustrating. Well, yeah, it's so frustrating. And I want to tell you about what things are available other than Windows, because you're not stuck with it, especially for a big domain. If you're doing a big big company, there's Linux options. Linux servers, you can set that up for free. That's how awesome it is. Linux is free. If you pay for Linux, you got ripped off. Never pay for Linux. You can download any of the distros for free, set it up. It's not that hard. And there's lots of help online. Like, tons of help online. There's big communities dedicated to it. Because the community is what makes Linux, and that's what makes it great. It's not controlled by any major group. The updates don't really break anything. It's wonderful. They test it out pretty well in their own variation, in their own like personal computers before pushing it out to anyone else. Good. Okay, guys, but yeah, Windows and Mac, they make more than they fix, of course. But there are several options for you. The 2 big Linux distros that everyone's going to tell you to go to are Ubuntu and Mint. Ubuntu is very easy for beginners to get into. It's very well set up, and it's easy to pick up. You have everything on the top bar, and it all drops down. It has a lot of pre-installed software, not all of which is my favorite software suite, but it's okay. It does the job. And you can always add the other software that you want. Comes with your web browser, your music player, video player, all that stuff. A word processor. Like I prefer LibreOffice for my word processor, things like that. But it's fantastic. It has a Firefox browser already installed in it. It's a great browser. There's just a lot that goes with Ubuntu that makes it work well. It has a lot of support, a big community, and you can always find help for something. So it works well. And it's free. There's also Linux Mint, which is the other giant, which is my favorite, because it feels a lot like Windows. Linux Mint feels just like Windows. Like my daughter's old laptop, I had her set up with Linux Mint, and she loved it. It worked. I mean, the laptop was old as crap. That's like wow, that was a really old laptop that I gave her. I think it was 12 years old. Oh, sorry, Tar. But no, she's got an upgrade now, so she's good. But yeah, no, she had Linux Mint set up on there, and it was easy enough for her to figure out and use, even though she's 8. That's telling you something. When an 8-year-old knows how to get around Linux Mint, you know it's easy enough for people to use still. And it feels a lot like Windows. It's pretty easy to switch to, and it has a great pre-installed software setup. Like it's got VLC. If you want Chrome, you can install Chrome. But I guess it has Firefox already. It has LibreOffice installed. Was it LibreOffice? I think it's either OpenOffice or LibreOffice. They're both really good, and they both work great. But if you don't like these 2 major distros, there are other options, which I'm going to tell you about. Oh, I gotta hurry. I'm running out of time. I'm not gonna have time to compile the video. Oh no. Okay, but yeah, there's several other ones like there's Arch Linux. It's a little more complicated, but not by much. I mean, it's Linux. Arch Linux is pure Linux. You're gonna like that one. It's pretty good. Check it out. It's very popular. If you want like super security, if you want like really, really private, check out Tails. That's pretty good. It's basically set up for web security, so you don't have to be paranoid all the time. And if you are paranoid, if you are extremely paranoid, what I did for a good bit is I carried around a flash drive, a live OS flash drive, which you can also do. You can install your operating system to a flash drive with Linux, and then your whole computer is with you, any computer you go to. It's amazing. You don't need to put it on a big machine. But yeah, you can install Cubes. That's Qubes. Cubes. That's for extremely obsessive paranoia. That's my favorite kind. But no, that one, everything opens up in a virtual operating system, and yeah, it gets a little complicated, but it's so wonderful. If you want to obsess about it and you don't want anyone watching you, just because you hate everybody else in the world, like me, then get Cubes, because it's amazing, and I highly suggest it. And if you don't really care about that, if you have a really freaking old computer, that can't handle anything, if you're running a potato right now, I'm sorry, you can still use it with Linux. It runs on everything. Try Ubuntu. So it's spelled like Ubuntu, is just there's an L in front of it. So Lubuntu. And it works on everything. You can run this on a lemon. You can plug a TV into a potato and it'll work on that. No, it works on everything that's old. It works on everything back to Windows XP, which is why I love it. Because as an IT guy, when they tell me, "Oh, throw away this laptop, it's too old," I put this on it, and I'm like, "Nope, we're good." Because it works better than XP did. It works faster, and it loads quickly, and it runs, so I love it. It's wonderful. It's a lifesaver for old PCs that you think are going to bite the dust. Another one bites the dust. Okay, but moving on, guys. Debian's another very popular one. I actually have a friend that pretty much swears by Debian. Not my favorite taste. I still prefer Mint. But Debian's a great option for some people. There's a lot of stuff you can do in it. It's very customizable. Very customizable. That's your thing. And then the last one I'm going to recommend is Elementary OS. Basically, it's very simple. It's a very simple design, easy to get into, easy to pick up, kind of like Ubuntu, but even simpler. Some people think that Elementary OS is the most beautiful Linux distro, or like the most beautifully and simple design. I think, my personal taste, you already know it, I like Mint because it's easy to cross over from Windows to Mint. And that's just my personal flavor of Linux. I actually started on Ubuntu and then moved to Mint after I discovered it. But yeah, guys, this is our list. If you want, just ask me in the comments if you're watching on YouTube, and I'll give you information on how to install it. I am happy to tell you how to install it, what programs to use. I'll even make a video just for you for this. I'll make a video if you want me to on how to install Linux to a flash drive. Just let me know what you want to hear. Okay, guys? Because I read the comments and I talk to you guys, and I like to hear feedback. Thank you so much for watching this. If you're watching on the YouTube, if you're listening to this, thank you so much. Press that like button if you're on YouTube. Press the rate button. I guess the rate however many stars you like. Hopefully it's good. No, I'm not going to beg, though, because that's cheap. But give me a rating of what you think I earned. And comment down below, because I love comments. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. When I hear from you guys, I love it. Okay, guys, so visit the channel also, youtube.com/Evilzombie. And if you are a person that does go through depression, I know, serious topic, I do though, then go over to, then also check out my other podcast. It's not on the YouTube. It's called Surviving Depression with Evilzombie. So that one is just a 5-part series, it's short, on what you can do to cope with depression. So that's only for helping people. Not ever going to monetize in any way. No ads, of course. That's only to help people. I even give you my email in there for if at the end of each one for if you need help. So I can just talk to you and be a friend. Because sometimes that's all you need. Okay, guys. So talk to you later. Have a good one. See you next week.